Meanwhile, pressure is mounting on the government to reopen the economy, with the National Treasury now joining calls for a gradual reopening of Kenya's economy. The National Treasury Chief Administrative Secretary has, however, said there is need for the public to continue adhering to the safety precautions that have been instituted so far in order to contain the spread of COVID-19. Victoria Munga tells us more.
Since April this year, Kenya has been under stringent precautionary measures that include a 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. curfew, as well as cessation of movement in and out of Nairobi, Mombasa and Mandera counties in a bid to control the spread of COVID-19. These measures have had a negative impact on the economy, with over 1 million Kenyans now rendered jobless in the wake of slowed economic activities. But now pressure is mounting on President Uhuru Kenyatta to consider reopening the country's economy. With the deadline for the existing COVID-19 containment measures slowly approaching, President Uhuru Kenyatta finds himself in a tight spot on whether to give priority to the country's economic revival or scale up actions to stop the spread of the pandemic that has so far seen infections in the country surpass the 6,000 mark. And now the National Treasury has thrown its weight behind calls for a gradual reopening of the Kenya's economy.
About opening the economy, as National Treasury would be more than happy if the economy was open today. But of course, we have left that one to the committee that is charged to see the effects of post-COVID. Because as much as we'd love the economy to just be open at once, we're hoping that the committee that is tasked to do that will give a plan of how to open the economy, but gradually. Because as much as we want everything open today, again we also have to look at the reality. If we open today, what will be the effect? That one we have left it for the experts, who are of course advising the president, and we expect him to give us the way forward soon. We are hoping that it will be open gradually. Of course, when it's locked down, the revenue collection is a bit slow, but once it's open gradually, we expect, because of everybody will be very active, and we're hoping to have the resources at least come to a manageable level.
Gaishuhe's remarks come a day after Tourism and Wildlife Cabinet Secretary Najib Balala called on the government to consider reopening the economy, saying the tourism sector is tottering on the brink of a total collapse due to the continued restrictions on movement.
If we open in September, there'll be a 70% negative impact. And if we open in December, there'll be 78% negative impact. That's why sometimes we are pushing the Minister of Health. We must open. Because it's not just about lives, it's also about livelihoods.
But amidst the realities, the World Health Organization, WHO, the WHO Africa Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and the World Economic Forum, WEF, have all warned that reopening economic activities too quickly might trigger a fresh wave of COVID-19 infections, as has been witnessed in countries that have opted to reopen their societies. And there lies the conundrum facing Kenya to save lives or rescue the livelihoods. Victoria Amunga for Metropole TV, Nairobi.